Imagine I would have hit start streaming instead of start recording. Oh, man. We've been streaming live on Twitch.
I would have been like, let's just roll with it. It's all good.
It's been a very, very cold winter.
Yes.
And I'm feeling a heat wave coming through the studio. Please welcome Kitty/Heatwave. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
It's incredible. I love, number one, I love when I get to do podcasts in person, in studio.
Yeah.
Because we were just talking about this before we went on, the one-on-one, the face-to-face.
It feels more like natural. Yeah, it feels so much more natural instead of talking into like a screen or something like that. I feel like there's a lot more like warmth and like, there's just something more tangible about like an in-person interview.
Yeah. So I try to make it my version of a cozy Nights of Horror holiday corner.
Look at this place.
It's just
rad.
Everything, it looks like a museum in here. So
it does.
I tried. That's what I try to do. Is like I want to make it look like my own personal museum. This is like when I die, this will be my monument right here.
Yeah,
like my urn will sit right here in my chair, and then that's
yep.
just that. Like that's how I want it to go.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah. Right?
I'm gonna write that one down. Note that one down for the podcast. How you doing post haunt season, man?
Good. I think it's always like that, like reality check hangover you get after season, and coming back into like a normal everyday structured schedule. Well, I mean, I don't really have that much of a structure, but just not having to run off the 3 hours of sleep and Diet Coke and Uncrustables.
Well, I mean, for people that don't know, outside of haunt season, you're actually a tattoo artist.
I am, yes.
And you're just breaking in the industry. You're kind of at a level now where you're starting to pop out more flash sales and stuff like that, and a lot more. I'm starting to see a lot more pieces start becoming more and more intermediate as you go and as you learn more and more.
Yes.
Seems like you're improving on skills on that end.
Thank you.
How has that in general post haunt season been going for you?
So actually, Christmas Eve was my 4-year tattoo anniversary. Yeah. So I still consider myself a very new artist. I consider myself kind of like a little baby tatter tot still. I don't really think you break into being like a seasoned artist until you hit like 8 to 10 years. But
do me one favor
real
quick. Scoot over just slightly.
Yeah.
All right. Apologies. We had to adjust some things. Now you can see.
Yeah, apparently
now you can see.
Just mic in my face.
Just mic stand in face in the middle. But the stories are still there. For all my audio people, you didn't miss a thing. But for all my visual.
There's a short joke in there somewhere. But
No, I wasn't making a short joke at all, actually. I was more making just a freaking, I got too much shit in this place joke. Like, look at this. Everything I was just telling her I gotta make everything work in here, but we do our best.
It does. It's actually very cozy in here, believe it or not.
Honestly, like, and I always say that, like, I look at it, like, as we're recording, I will look at the space on camera, and I only show you what you want to see. There is so much that you don't see.
Yes.
So yeah, there's a lot here, but anyway, so tattooing, but I'm glad tattooing's, you said 4 years.
4
years.
That
is incredible.
Yes. It's definitely been an interesting road for me. I don't know if you want me to go too far into my history there, but
it's part of your journey, right?
Yeah. I actually got out of my apprenticeship, which was a very long process in itself. I'm not going to even get into that part, but right out of COVID. So the first 2 years, there was just everybody wanted to get tattooed, and I had all these people coming, and I think it's just now leveling back out, and it's a learning curve.
Yeah,
it's a learning curve.
Yeah, and you always do the saying, like, you don't make money if people don't make money, you don't make money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Because you rely on people's incomes to come and
Yeah.
give you business about that, and obviously. It's something that for you, it's like you got to look at the economy constantly and just be like, what am I going to have business this month, or is it going to be a slow month for me? It's like...
Yeah, it's the service industry. I mean, it's, hair, nails, lashes, makeup, all of the fun things that you get to do for yourself. Those things always fall to the wayside during times of, financial stress or struggle. So It just happens to come with the territory. But when everything comes up, we come back up real fast.
Because everybody's got that extra money. Like, now I'm going to get that tattoo. Now I'm going to get my hair done. All that fun stuff. But you're exactly right. I've been wanting to get another tattoo, and it's so expensive because the piece that I want is going to be at least $400 at least. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm almost done with a couple payments. So like once I get things squared away, I'm thinking probably next summer for my birthday. Around that time, maybe I'll get a new piece.
Birthday tats are the best.
Birthday
man.
tats are the best.
You got to reward yourself for existing another year.
Yeah,
Man.
some needle therapy, man.
Yes,
it's gonna be fun. But no, I love, as you could tell. I mean, I love getting tattoos. I love the whole. For me, the way I go about a tattoo, how everyone should go about a tattoo, is just just a piece of your life, or just as part of your story, or something that you really, really loved growing up, or just something that's a piece of you. Like everything on my body is something that either I grew up watching, that was a huge piece of my life, or just a part of me, that really make me who I am.
Yeah.
And the same thing with you is like, I can tell
yes.
it looks like a lot of different random things, but I can tell different points of your life.
Definitely.
It was something that at the time when you got it, it meant something to you.
Yeah. I mean, I think with tattooing, I feel like people use it to, they don't like a part of their body. They get it tattooed. Yeah. And then they start to have this like new self-confidence and this like grace with themselves. And, people come in when they're happy, when they're sad, when they're celebrating, when something's going on in their life. And I get to like really connect with my clients over that. And I think people really do use it to express how they're feeling on the inside and put it on the outside, because they can't always do that. Yeah. On the inside, like they can't even talk about it, or they can't ever, express it. So it just makes them feel validated. And I feel very, very blessed to be a part of that journey for them as well.
Yeah, I'm a huge, I know this is going to sound a little cliche, I'm a huge fan of that show, Ink Master.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
yes.
But there was, like, one show that they called Ink Master Redemption, where they would come back with the clients and they would try to tell them, like, oh, well, why'd you choose this piece? Oh, and then they go into detail, like, oh, this means this to me, and that means that to me, and this person liked this in my life. And I'm like, so it was always cool, like, when you'd watch those shows and then you'd hear the clients talk about why they want this piece or what it means to them, because some people it's very sentimental, some people it's literally like the simplest thing of like, I just grew up watching this, I loved it, and I just want to remember it for life.
I mean, I think there's that side, and sometimes I just tell people not to take it so seriously. Like, I have a chicken tattooed on my leg that says "fast as fuck boy." I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss. You can bleep it out.
Yeah, you're good.
It says "fast as fuck boy" because it's that meme of the chicken running. But like, even within something so unserious, there's like something that still means something to me.
Yeah.
I find it, levity in some sillier tattoos, and it brings like joy to my life, and it's a nice talking piece.
It really is. Hold on, give me 1 second.
You can do it.
All right.
Good to go.
Man, so yeah, it definitely is. It's always good to hear those stories from your customers. It's always good to connect with your customers, and especially your clients that, because of that connection, I'm assuming that they'll want to come back, visit you, want specific tattoos just from you, especially if you give them a piece that they really, really love. They'll want to come back and visit you again, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you always want to provide the best tattoos that you possibly can and do the best work that you physically can provide that day. Yeah. But I think more so is the experience. If you could be the best tattooer in the world, but if you're a dick to your customers, they're not going to want to come back. You overcharge your customers, they're not going to want to come back. It doesn't matter how good you are. Sometimes people just want the connection and the experience, and a dope ass tattoo to go with it.
Hell yes. Tell me real quick, because we're gonna shift into the hot world right now.
Let's
but I want people to find you. I want people to hopefully come and see you and hopefully discover you. Where can they find you for tattooing?
So my Instagram is kaboom.tattoo, just the word kaboom. Tattoo. And then I work at Wolf Moon. I just want to give a shout out to all my girls there. They are the loves of my life. Every single girl that works there is so talented. It is an all-female shop, queer focused. We are there to take anyone and everyone. So thanks, Brittany, for being my mentor, and Alex for being one of the best bosses I could ask for.
And there's someone, honestly, there's all levels of like of tattoo artists there. Like, that could do anything, like from beginner to intermediate, whatever you need done, whatever you want done, I'm pretty sure they'll work with you and they can get it done.
Yep, and we're right in Anaheim, so super close if you're around.
Super close. They're Disney?
Right next to it, pretty much.
Right next to Disney.
Right on Catella, man.
Right next to Disney. That must be fun. You get to hear the fireworks show every night.
Yeah. 9:30.
At 9:30, you're like, all right, it's firework time. That's awesome. No, yeah. Definitely go check them out. I'm probably going to go pretty soon, get some quotes for some work done, because I got a few pieces that I want to go get some done. And, you got to support them small businesses.
Yes, please.
Of course. All right. Let's talk about your haunt career.
Yeah, let's do the real stuff.
All right, this is what everybody's here for, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's here for we didn't subscribe to a tattoo channel. I'm like, that's not a bad thing though. We could start a tattoo channel. Who cares? Tell me where it all began. Where did it start? Where did you fall in love with all this world, this horror and Halloween world? Where did it all begin for you?
I'm going to try to get the dates and years right because I'm not 1,000% sure at this point, but I think it was 2001.
Okay.
Was my very first haunt experience. It was at Knott's with some friends. My very first maze that I ever walked through was Malice in Wonderland. And I think that was in bumper cars.
You got to love these made up names they always made for all these properties.
A silly Alice in Wonderland spinoff at Knott's, and I walked through that maze. I think I was 13, 14 years old or something like that. Don't come for my age, but
I wasn't even.
I was like, don't come for me. But I just remember walking through there and being like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I remember being scared, but it was exhilarating. And I was like, this is cool. I want to do this at some point in my life. And yeah, when I got old enough, I was like, this is my chance.
This is it. And so 2001, it all starts for a lot of people, especially if you live in Southern California. A lot of the times it starts at Not Scary Farm.
Yeah.
For anyone, I think about 95% of these podcasts that I've done, and that's the starting point for a lot of people is Not Scary Farm. It's the local one. It's the cheap one.
Yeah, I think it's
the fun one.
One of the originals, not the original, but one of the
iconic.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they have just this legacy of haunt in general that I don't know if a lot of other places do. I mean, obviously Horror Nights caught on and really leaned into it, and there's a bunch of other local haunts and stuff around, but I think that really is the staple for this area.
I think it's, in my opinion, and I think this is factual too, I think it's the granddaddy haunt.
Yeah.
It's the one that started
I will give them that.
When it started, I think way back in the 70s.
Yeah.
When it wasn't even much. It was just just Ghost Town, and that was that. You know what I mean? And maybe
7 actors total or something.
Yeah,
a
little coffin just popped up in Ghost Town, and they were hiding in there, and that was it. That was haunt, and it was one night, and then it moved to 2 nights, then 3 nights, then 5 nights, and it started growing more and more, and it is what it is today. But that is the granddaddy of haunt. But I always will go back, and I will always defend it. If I don't think there's any haunt at all if it weren't for the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. I think that's another place where it really started because I mean that was the 50s.
Yeah, and that was when that ride came out. I mean, that shocked guests.
It did, yeah, and I know that they've definitely dulled it a bit down from my childhood experience in there, but it was pretty terrifying as for a Disney ride. It was pretty terrifying.
I will say with it today, at least they are still paying tribute to what was old, and they are still keeping it up to date with really cool effects. I think that's what keeps the ride really fresh and just fun for me. It's just because of how cool it looks effect-wise now. I know it's not scary anymore. It's just the aesthetics and the effects for me. I'm just a geek for that. But
but even back then, in the early 90s and stuff, going as a kid, they still had that glow and these dancing mirrored ghosts and everything. And it's just as a kid, it's so wondrous. And now it's even still as an adult, I'm still pretty cool.
I'm blown away sometimes. I'm I know how they do it, but fuck, how do they do it?
It still looks really cool.
Yeah, I'm just they're still pulling the same tricks from the 50s to this day. They got way better technology now.
Yeah.
It's a great ride. But that's where it all starts for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You go to Not Scary Farm, and then you go there a couple years, but then later on you start discovering other places. You start discovering other stuff. From there, when you were 13, was that it for you going, I want to do this? Eventually I want to come here and I want to be one of these monsters.
Yeah. So, from there, obviously I wasn't old enough to do it until much later, but, I know, 2009, we'll fast forward a little bit. My sister ended up doing haunt for the first time, before I had ever committed to it. And, she was the, bungee for Cornstalkers.
She got a fun job, huh?
Yeah, because she weighed 100 pounds soaking wet and was young and small and everything, and yeah, so she really enjoyed that. And I remember going through and seeing her, and I was like, man, I'm doing this next year for real. Like, she was like, you need to actually commit to it. And 2010 was my first year.
The 2000, what a good year to start in the 2010s.
Yeah.
Right there, right in 2010.
Yeah.
To start.
Yeah.
To kick it off at Not Scary Farm.
Mm-hmm.
And you audition in 2010. Where do you get cast?
So things were a lot different back then. Just to preface the situation I had been in, and I'm sure you can find this video somewhere because I was on the news that year, like the local news. There's a video, and I'm sure
that's how you know the story's gonna be good because she goes, "I was on the news that."
I was on the news. So back then, to get cast at Knott's, you had to wait overnight and camp out.
I do, yeah.
To get a spot, which I did. And I ended up getting put in a maze, which was fine because I didn't know one way or another. And they were like, hey, we don't really have any spots left, but do you want this male spot? It's a statue position in Labyrinth. And I was like, I don't have to wear a dress. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Those statues, and I've seen it, it's not just Knott's that does it, but when you see it across Haunt in general, those statue positions are so fucking realistic.
Yeah.
Especially when the makeup's done right.
Yeah. I mean, because they're all exactly the same. There's, obviously fakes and then the real people in there. And you got to stand on this platform and people would just like get up in your face and like stare at you. And then you'd move, and the first couple of times I was like, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah, that's so funny. I used to love, because the one that specifically comes to mind is in when Universal used to do the House of Horrors.
Okay.
Like way back in the day, and they actually, like, in the beginning of the maze, when you walked in, it was like this kind of like you were going through the graveyard, and they had this big old tomb, and on the side of it was two statues, and one of them was alive and would go like that. Man, that was just one of the best memories of like those characters
They
of all
always
time.
get me,
They
too.
always got me, and
Yeah.
like they still to this day always get me, even though I know what to look for, how to tell real from fake. Like, they're getting better and better, but they still get me. But yeah, that right there, that sounds fun. I mean, you just go all night and just bam.
Yeah, I mean, on that same note, something that will always scare me to this day, even though I know in my deepest of brains that there's a person in it, is ghillie suits.
Yeah.
Ghillie suits get me every freaking time. I'm so terrified of them, and I'm like outing myself right now. So all you people, if you're watching, please don't come for
Next year, Horror Nights, man, they're gonna come
Oh
for you.
God, the freaking ghillie suits. Anything in
Who really does ghillie suits anymore?
Knott's did do it for a
They
while.
they used to. I think it's just really the one that I see do it now is Horror Nights and a few independent
Horror
places.
Nights definitely does.
I know a few independents will probably do it because it's easier to get away with stuff at an independent. And I'm talking like things, like at Fear Farm you might see it, or like at a hayride you might see it.
Yeah, I'm surprised Harbor doesn't have any.
I'm surprised I didn't actually see him at Haunted Hayride either.
No, Harbor did have some.
Did they?
Now that it was
the
like
mazes.
a modified ghillie suit.
Yeah,
it was more like bush-like, I would say.
I'm surprised Hayride didn't have any. Hayride could have gotten, especially on the hayride.
Suit.
Yeah, something, like you could get away with it. But even on the hayride, you could just get away with the ghillie suit because it's dark, number one.
True.
But it's all grass and stuff, and then you can just hide next to the trees or something and just pop out.
See, I've never actually been through hayride. I've only went to the car one during COVID.
COVID? That was interesting.
I actually liked it.
I
had
enjoyed
a good
it.
time. It was something to do, and
Yeah.
I really missed haunt stuff, so it was a good option at the time.
I did both experiences. We all pitched in and we got one of those VIP, the hay bales where you can sit outside. That was like in the very front. That was probably the cooler experience. But I did do the general admission. Someone invited me and I was like sat all the way in the back. So I got to experience both, and it was really cool how they gave everyone an experience. They put a group of scare actors in each row for every set of cars.
Yeah, and honestly, I wouldn't say it was like overly scary, but I mean they would like knock on the back door and stuff, and you're just like, oh my God.
Yeah, if you weren't
jarring.
expecting it, it's like if they came out of nowhere and you're just focused on the screen and then they just right there. But no, it was a good time.
Yeah.
The ghillie suits, huh?
Fucking ghillie suits, man.
Dress up as a ghillie suit.
Oh God.
What is it about ghillie suits? It's just the way they look? Or?
I think it's because the last time I got really scared by one, like genuinely, was at Knott's, believe it or not, and it was the queue line for what was it? What was the vampire maze that they had brought back for like
Isn't it in Chambers? It's in Chilling Chambers right now?
yes, it is, and
Isn't
I
it
can't. Why can't I remember the name of it?
Dominion of
Yes,
the
Dominion,
Dead?
and
Dominion of the Dead? Is that what it's
I
called?
think it was that, or they had brought back like some one of the vampire mazes.
Yeah.
And I'm not scared of vampires, like no, but in the queue they had you walk through this like maze area, and in each corner was this bush because it was like supposed to be walking through a graveyard,
Okay.
and most of them were fake.
Yeah.
And there was one. And this kid just, all he did was stand up, and I lost my freaking mind. I was like, what the fuck, you know?
Can you imagine me as a ghillie suit?
You would be like
and then I stand up.
Dude, this guy's like so tall too. What are you, like 6'6"? Yeah, okay, so there you go.
Let me put it to you this way. So I got to scare at Eulogy Collective.
Yes.
Over Halloween. That week, and I got to go on a night where it was kind of like a haunters night because I did it on a Wednesday where a lot of haunts weren't open. So a lot of like independents came through, Fear Farm, all of them came through, and one of the I think one of the people from Fear Farm or one of the haunts said, yeah, that tall guy that was in the surgeon room, he was on the floor and then he stood up and it literally made me feel very uncomfortable. Like
this guy's like so tall and like
it was just because
looming over people.
Yeah, that's how I would do it. I was like squat down and then I would just slowly stand up and they would just be like, "Whoa."
Yeah. Yes.
So no, that's I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah.
So
that probably did it drop you or it was just one of those?
No, it was definitely me being like like I'm a little peeps, little scream, a little scared there, but awesome. So those, that I feel like Knott's is really good with that type of stuff too. I feel like they're again coming back to them being like legacy haunt. So
I'm hoping so. Wasn't too big of a fan of last year's season.
I'm disappointed I didn't really get to experience it as much as I wanted to, considering I was working at Harbor and everything. Yeah. I didn't really get to enjoy it the way I wanted to. You
guys couldn't even go to opening night, huh? Because you guys had like a rehearsal that day, huh?
Because
you guys opened the next day after
that. Show team for sure had to be there. I mean, which brings me the whole sliding thing. So we were just being pummeled with practices for like that last week was just practice after practice, 12-hour practices.
Just to freaking get that show down.
Yeah, just to make sure.
100%.
Well,
and to run the ground too, right?
Yeah, run that ground, kind of get it waxed down. Yeah. It was all brand new cement. There was just so many more kinks this year than I think I think they had planned for. Mm-hmm. There was just a lot of stuff going on, and half the team was new, and
yeah,
I think that was kind of a stressor. And I think our team captain, I guess, of that show team, Omar, as you all know, he was under a lot of pressure to make sure that we were safe. We were like tight. We were getting all of our tricks down. It was just a lot of pressure for everyone.
I know. I was there for a lot of the team practices and build of that show over the summer, and there was a lot of that. A lot of like just trying to get shit down. A lot of frustration.
Yes.
A lot of frustration towards everybody, and a lot of times where people just had to step away for a second.
Yeah.
And just breathe, because in the end of the day, we just got to realize, yes, this is it's a show. We just got to breathe for a second. Like, it's not the end of the world, we're going to get through this. But we did get through it, and y'all did produce one of the best shows this year. Y'all even got to take that a step further with Sliders Unite, which we'll talk about too, because I know you got a part in that as well.
I did, yes.
And overall, just it contributed to an amazing season at Dark Harbor. Probably one of the best that I've ever experienced, because
I keep hearing that from so many people. 100%.
I mean, I was there 9 times, so that tells you something.
I thought it was just because you liked us, but
that too. I mean, I had nothing else to do.
He's like, I guess I'll show up.
Dark Harbor,
whatever.
Sunday, I gotta go Dark Harbor. I guess why not? Now, I had a lot of fun. I would go every single week, just to go visit towards the end there and see how everyone was doing. Go support, go shoot, and every single week, I feel like I've gotten more and more closer with more individuals.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
I think you being at our practices leading up to that, and us, I think you spending so much time with us,
Mhm.
even though maybe you weren't there like the whole time that we were practicing, you were there like a
Good
80
chunk, yeah.
80 to 85% of our practices, and you
Yeah.
saw like our struggles and the emotions that go into it, and all everything that we put ourselves through. And I think you being there and kind of making yourself available is what brought us closer to you, and vice versa.
Dude, I appreciate that, by the way. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a very, I mean, I've gone on and said it was just a tough summer, and that was the distraction that I needed.
Yeah, the one you
Right.
didn't know you needed.
Yeah, no, for real. And because of that, I was able to do what I love and filming,
Mhm.
and just hang out with awesome people and just get to know new people that I didn't know prior to that, or have never gotten a chance to actually formally introduce myself to.
Yeah.
You are one of those people that I've gotten the opportunity to get to know a little bit better, and I think we've seen each other over the years, like in
I'm
passing,
sure. I'm
or
sure.
you've probably scared me and I didn't even know it, because I've been going to haunt for a long time
I
too.
mean, if you ever went to like knots between 2017 and 2021, I was in Carnival that whole time.
Yeah,
so you probably at some
I
point.
100% saw you
with me.
then, because we were there for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool to get to know you more, but also get to know, like, and I'm not saying this in like a bad way, but like through this experience, to see everyone's weaknesses, but everyone's strengths, and everyone, to see everyone go through the mix of emotions, like you get to really see people for who they truly are through all that experience and how they handle themselves. You know what I mean? So
absolutely, I think there's something to be said about that. I think going through these practices and going through, the stressors of haunt and everything, I think it really does bring out who you truly are, because your defenses and your outer shell kind of breaks down because of just, exhaustion and stuff, and you really show who you are at your core.
Yeah.
And I think that's, I mean, in a good and bad way, that also has like helped me kind of cultivate who I want to be close with and who I want to like let myself be exposed to.
Mhm.
I'm trying to say that as diplomatically as possible.
No, yeah, it
You know
makes
what
sense.
I mean?
Like, it's to like who you want in your circle, and who you
Yeah,
want as your
yeah.
friends, and who you want to surround yourself with.
Shout out to Worm.
There you go, Big Worm.
Big Worm.
Kicking
That's
it
my
off,
girl. That's my girl.
Kicking it off in the new year with the first podcast drop. Man, that was, to think that it's interesting how time, and this is high thought right here.
Oh no, totally. Hit it.
How time and the construct of time works, where I've recorded all these podcasts within the month of December,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're releasing within January and February, and I'm just like, man, time's an interesting concept, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, really, we have a few days left till the end of 2025.
As of this recording, yeah, we
Is this
are,
your last one?
Uh,
By the end of the year, or do you have like one more? Because I want to be cool.
this might be my last one for this year. I'm thinking this might be my last one for the year, recording wise. So yeah, you might be my last one. There you go.
I know, right?
No, that you might honestly be my last one. Yeah, because I was gonna
yeah.
do another one with what was his name is slipping my mind right now.
One of the new guys?
Yeah. My
Logan,
No.
Sammy.
Yes.
Little Sammy?
Yes.
Kind of crazy, super strong.
Yes. We're gonna
that
do
kid's a beast, man.
What was his haunt name?
Full Send.
Full Send. That's what I was trying to think, because I was
Full
like,
Send.
it's something to do with like taking off quick, and I was like, no, it's something. It's Full Send. There you go. I was supposed to do one with him. We were scheduled due to our schedules, and we were gonna do next week, but his work schedule's a little busy.
Yeah,
so
he's got a lot of stuff going on.
We might do the week after. So yeah, you actually might be my one.
Wow.
At the end. So yeah, there it is. Ending it on a high note right there. Thank you, year.
Yeah, right.
God, what a year. So through all the struggles from practicing, getting the show together, all that stuff. Let's go into your audition. We won't get into the nitty gritty of it.
Sure.
I don't want to spoil the magic or anything, but
Yeah.
what was your feelings? What was your emotions going into that audition for Dark Harbor for 2025?
Oh boy. Okay. Well, the regular audition, I weirdly enough have less of a worry about that. This is my first year sliding. Out of all the years that
Is this also your first year at Dark Harbor?
Second.
Second year at Dark Harbor. So you were there last. That's right. You were there last year.
Yes.
You were there last year, but you weren't sliding. That's right.
I was not. This
was the first year sliding.
Always wanted to slide. I've always wanted to do it, but I've always been in a very physical jobs and had like physical demands. I was a spin instructor for almost 13 years.
Right.
So injuring my knees, my hips, my feet, my hands, anything like that was always just absolutely out of the question. And so I had quit teaching after my way too long stint in doing that. And I was like, this is the time. This is it. This is my last chance to do it. And I just threw myself into it. Yeah,
how did your body feel after that?
I still have one small injury on the side of my leg here. I had like pulled a muscle or something in my leg right here, and I just have
still
not
feel it to this
still
day?
Feel it, still haven't fully recovered, but you know.
Is it one of those things where it's like if you adjust the wrong way then it comes up, or when it gets cold is it
exactly
trigger?
that exactly that. I mean, if I'm sitting in a weird way for too long, I'm like,
I feel
it.
Yeah,
you know. But I mean, it's definitely not at a point where I'm like,
we got to get you to one of them freaking 5-star massage places to get you like a really good freaking tissue massage just to get it freaking.
I know, I'm
man.
I don't know if you know anybody, but
I don't know if you know anybody massage artists out there. Anybody?
I'll trade you a tattoo.
A tattoo for a massage, you know, because they go hand in hand with pricing.
I'm all big brain over here.
A good session on the table, get you going nice and settled back and 100%.
Hell yeah! But so sorry, I'm like, what?
No, you're good.
But I was so scared for my slider audition.
Okay.
I was shitting bricks. Like,
I can imagine it's an intimidating feeling.
It's just something I've never done before, you know? And then, you know, you see people like, you know, Tonto and, you know, other people, Killis. They're just like, what are you worried about? You're fine. And I'm like, you guys have been sliding for like 10 years, dude. Like, this is terrifying. And I was just so worried I wasn't going to make it. And I just didn't think I was like up to par. And I just remember, you know what? If I'm just going to go out there, do my best, whatever happens, happens. I mean, the worst they're going to say is no.
I mean, I knew you were going to get it watching you all summer. Like, that was no fucking question. Like, if you were already doing what you were doing, you know what I mean? Like, it was a no-brainer. You were going to fucking get it just because you've been putting in the work. Yeah. You put in the fucking, you put in the time. I was there. You were there at every fucking boot camp. You were there at every fucking practice. Like, you were there. You know what I mean? Like, even if fucking Omar couldn't get there right away, you were there still. You know what I mean? You were there getting stretched up, getting ready to go, like everything. Like
committed.
You were getting, you were getting your stuff ready, your gear ready. You're making sure your gear was good, like, you know, or you just sitting there just talking to people for a little bit, just to get, you know, situated. Like, you were there. So like, there was no question that I knew you weren't gonna get it.
And everybody said the same thing. But you know, it's so hard when you're like the person doing it to like convince yourself, like, no, I got this. And I'm not always. I'm like an overthinker. So of course I was like, all the millions of outcomes and millions of things that could happen. I of course was like, you know, had that going on. And you know, I think one of the best things that somebody told me, they're just like, go and slide. Stop thinking about it. Just do what you know. And it'll be fine. And I went to go warm up slide, and I immediately strained my hamstring.
No.
Right before the test. Right before the test, I went to go do a couple like warm up slides. Bam, hot all down the back of my leg, all up into my glute, and I was like, I'm so screwed.
And you're like, side note on this too, you're huge on fitness. So like, you know, like she knows exactly what she's talking about. She knows exactly what she pulls. She knows exactly everything.
I was like, I'm so screwed. What had happened was I went to go slide, and the ground we were sliding on is just this really tore up parking lot. It is tore the fuck up. And my toe cap, so on slide shoes, you have the cap, right?
Right.
For the sliders out there. And it got caught in a crack, and I went to pull my leg up.
Oh.
And it just pulled, and nothing. My foot didn't come up, and I just felt the whole thing. And I was like,
no.
I immediately went to Omar, and I was like, oh, no, I don't think I went to Omar because he was doing the tests. I think I went to Tonto, who was one of my deepestly best good friends. And I was like, dude, what do I do? And he's like, push through.
Yeah.
He's like, or quit. He's like, you got no option now.
That's literally, yeah, it's do
like,
or die.
Yeah, and I was like, he's like, go stretch it. He's like, he gave me his like little like massage gun. He's like, do what you can. And
just to get it at least.
And I remember I went out and I slid, and I was in excruciating pain the whole time.
Are you a big believer in like the ice baths and stuff like that? Or not
I
really?
think there's some merit to it, but I said no, thank you.
No, trust me, I would have trouble doing it too because I don't do cold.
Yeah, I'm not a cold person.
You throw me in a hot shower, I'll sit under there.
Yeah.
Like my back, I'll throw my
sauna, I'm in.
Yeah, like if my back's hurting, I'll just sit under a warm shower and just let it hit my back. And I'll feel so much better afterwards, but like I can't do the cold.
No, I'm like a little nervous chihuahua that's like in like shaking. You know what I mean?
Like I will get my leg in, I'd be like, nope, can't do it.
I'm like, I can't do this. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think there's some medical merit to it, yes, but I personally, no thanks. I'd rather be wrapped in a warm blanket.
I don't blame you. I'm
yeah,
right there with you. Yeah, no, but no, you are like, and that shocks me that you said it because like you are huge on fitness, so like I can only imagine your mind going a million miles an hour
like,
on top of the slider test. It's like
myself right now, like
because you're someone now. I don't know if Haunt probably threw you off schedule, but you are someone that's in the gym every single day.
I went this morning.
You did go this morning.
I did.
You did. I follow you on Instagram. That's one of my favorite things. I'm like, she's in the gym this morning. What's she working on today? But you are someone that's in the gym every single day. You're a morning person. Get it out of the way before anyone else gets in. Yes. Very smart. Someone that takes her fitness and health very seriously.
I try. Don't mind the vape. That's my guilty pleasure.
That's anybody who's anybody. But so this was something coming in like you. I mean, this was something that obviously, I mean, you were built to do kind of because this is a very athletic thing in my opinion.
I think you don't have to have an athletic background to learn to slide, but I do think it definitely helps.
Yes.
I think being physically active, or I was in sports all through high school. I played not cool hockey. I played field hockey all through high school, and then I went into like gyms and like different types of fitness, and I think I've just always, as alternative as I am, I've always been very into athleticism and being athletic and being physically active, and I think it really did give me a small edge on on people that may not have had that type of background.
The reason why I bring up your fitness background and stuff because I feel like this season, especially on the team,
oh my gosh,
you saw an increase of female talent.
Yes.
And with that being said, was the increase in awesome improvement with all your guys' skills in general, but specifically jumping bodies.
Yes.
What was your going into it? I know you were nervous to jump bodies in the summer. And,
I was, yeah.
And you kind of overcame that fear before the season started because that was something that they really pushed on you was like, you need to overcome that fear before the show.
They're like, you need to be, they were like, if you want to do this show and you want to do this team, you're going to have to jump. It is a mild requirement. It's not like you're not going to
force you to do it.
Yeah, but they were like, we need you to be able to kind of push past that because we need people to jump and
Well, not only that, it's like you never know, and there was multiple nights, and you can attest to this too. There was nights where you had to fill in for some spots.
Yeah.
So then there was nights where you did have to do a jump that you don't normally do on a given night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you had to have that knowledge of how to do it just in case you had to step into that role, and I saw that many nights.
There was a million, I think especially for the girls, yes, there was times where we needed to fill in for some of the boys, but I mean because there were so few females on the team, we needed to be interchangeable at any given moment.
4, right?
Yes, it was me.
4 that were sliding in the show.
Yeah. I mean, I think we were the only girl sliding, period.
Yeah.
So it was like me, Tay, Worm, and Alex.
Yeah. Actually, think about it. Females, as far as that whole event goes, I don't think I remember seeing any other females sliding. You guys might have been like the only 4 females. That's
at the entire like event.
Is that intimidating when you think about that now? Because that kind of sounds pretty intimidating.
I feel like it's kind of cool more
it
than
is. It is. It's really cool.
I feel like it's a really cool like thing to represent, I think it's a very male dominated
Yeah.
sport, if you want to call it that. And I think seeing other females succeed in it makes me feel really good to be a part of that.
Right.
I think it's cool, and I think there needs to be more diversity. I think there needs to be more inclusivity in this sport. I don't think it just has to be men. They obviously will always have the upper hand because of just brute strength, but I think girls they have an edge as well.
I don't even think really when it comes to sliding though it's about strength. For me, I usually think, and maybe just because I view it differently because I'm tall, but but I always looked at it as the smaller the faster, and I always thought about more the speed aspect rather than the strength aspect of it.
There's obviously a combination of both, but Mike always told me, it's cool that you're small because the smaller people are the people that fly. You know, they're the ones that have more of the trick advantage.
Just think of the old saying, though, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. So
exactly.
It's like...
I'm like already this close to the ground, dude.
Yeah,
I don't need to go anywhere.
It's like I just fucking eye drop. I'm like, boom!
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely something where I did notice that throughout the season, though, where as far as, like, a lot of the smaller sliders are zooming around quicker.
Yeah.
And they're getting in and out of spots that like someone like me couldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's actually sometimes a huge benefit in your favor. You know what I mean? Like, because you're able to get in and out of those sticky situations.
Sammy and Steven are probably the biggest, I guess, like, examples of that. Like, I mean, Steven's not short, but he's not tall. But he's probably one of the best in that, like, small, like, those little gaps. I've never seen someone shoot gaps the way that boy shoots gaps. He's incredible.
He is a slider of the year, isn't he?
He was.
Yeah. He's got the belt.
He got the belt, man.
He's got the belt. And I got the money in the bank. I'm gonna cash in.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't even slide and cashes in and steals a slider belt.
Hell yeah.
That'd be the ultimate screw job right there.
Right.
Now I think though this year as a team you guys did incredible with the shows. Personally, because like I said, I got to see what a lot of people, mainly everyone, didn't get to see, which was the building of it. And I was there when you came up with one of the stunts for the show of you and Alex meeting together and doing your spin. I was there when you fucking came up with the idea for that. I was there when you guys fucking presented it to the fucking class. Like, I was there for all of that, Like, to see that was a big part of the show. That was our middle. That's how I always knew kind of that was the middle point of the show. It was like that was our halfway point, right?
Yeah. I think it was really cool that Omar wanted to push the girls in the forefront of this show because, once again, there has been such a lack of female representation in sliding that he was like, I know all you boys can slide. You're all wonderful sliders, but I need there to be this, like, spectacle in the middle of it where it's just the girls.
Yeah.
And I want to say that some of it was me. There was another girl, Violet, who was originally going to take that spot, and I don't want to shun her out of the recognition she deserves, but because she was part of that as well. Unfortunately, she did get into a horrible accident mid.
But I always say this: we did very much miss her this year, and she was putting in 110% over the summer.
She was doing the absolute most, and it was just the worst timing for her.
The absolute worst timing. I think, was it after auditions that it happened, or was it before auditions that happened?
It's so funny because the day that she got, I don't want to, like, expose her. She got into a pretty bad car accident and broke her foot, and I was incredibly distraught. I immediately called her right when I found out that it had happened and everything, and it's so silly because that was the day she was going to find out that she was picked for show selection.
So she already auditioned and it already happened.
Yeah,
like,
she had already passed.
The decision already was made.
And that day, she was supposed to come to practice, and she was on her way down, and Omar was going to tell her that day, and I was like, this is crazy. But in return, we got Alex.
No, and that's the thing is, like, I always say is, like, I'm hoping that she goes out there next year.
I hope.
This year, and I really hope that she can shine and show what she's got, because she was putting in work.
She was.
And you add her to that group already, and there's a few spots that are going to be opening up this year. A lot of people that are probably not going to come back. I know you stepped down and retired
I
finally,
did.
so that's already one spot right there.
I did.
But you never know who's going to come back. You never know who's going to stay, who's going to go.
Right.
So there could be.
I mean, maybe
other
I'll
spots.
be out there 1 or 2 nights though.
Who knows?
We'll see.
Who knows?
I might guess.
Who knows? So for you though, overall, like this season going into it, did you know it was going to be your last, or did you kind of like realize? Did you kind of start putting that together as the season went on?
I think it was the latter. Yeah, I think I knew about halfway through the season. I was like watching these younger actors, younger sliders, and I'm like, I just don't have the energy for it anymore. And I think after an on and off career of 15 years.
2010 till 15
yeah,
years. I mean, that's a solid 15 years.
Yeah, career. It wasn't consecutive. There was like breaks here and there. But on and off, I think that the industry has changed a lot, and I think that the guests and the way that they perceive the haunt has changed a lot, and I just think that it's better suited for some younger, more fresh, more energetic people. I think I don't maybe have the patience for it anymore. I think I can only get tripped, kicked, pushed, cursed at, harassed for so many years before I'm like, that's good.
And and I know how much too, like you were saying, how much you missed tattooing over that period of time. I did. Because you took that break for like a month and a half to just commit to haunt and didn't tattoo.
I did not really.
And that's a whole other world that could be extra money for you, especially during Halloween. People want to get Halloween-themed tattoos, or just there's a lot of sales that go on, pop-up sales. You could do flash sales of just Halloween things.
I missed all of our events and stuff at my job. And
this year we'll give you that opportunity now to participate in all that. And I know there was a few flash sales during, like, I think September had a Friday the 13th. And I know you weren't able to do that because of, you had show practice, or I think you guys were already started. Or you guys were during rehearsal or something, so there was something that just stopped you. But like now this year, there's going to be 3 Friday the 13th, so you could take advantage of that.
I'm so excited.
You guys already starting to plan those flash sales.
I've already got it planned in my mind.
Here we go. No, but I mean, there's so much now that's going to open doors for you as far as what's outside of the haunt, outside of that world.
I missed my career definitely.
Yeah, and it's not like you're not completely stepping away. It's like you're just stepping away as a performer for now. If a door ever opens where maybe a season sounds good and it works in your schedule, you're like, you know what, fuck it, I'll come back.
Exactly.
That door's always still open.
Haunt will always be there.
No one ever retires. It's like wrestling. No one ever
fully retires.
Yeah. Everyone always comes out, or everyone will always make an appearance, or
as long as my body will allow me. I'm pretty sure, like, there's guest spot options. There's like local haunts I can go to. I just think that as like a planned yearly thing, I think that my life has just come to a point where I'd rather focus on, other things. And
well, it's like you said, you're really big on your tattooing. You really want to make that your full-time career. You have invested that into your full-time career the last 4 years, and you're trying to improve and take it to the next level, and trying to really craft your skill and improve on your skill of what you already accomplished. So no, by all means, like if you're doing your best, I can see in this next year you're probably only going to get better at tattooing, and you're going to learn new things. You got a lot of people that are supporting you behind that, as far as in your shop and in your personal life. So I mean, you're going to go far in that world, trust me. And haunt will always be there, but it also opens the door for you guys to go experience other things. There's so much things out there, not just like the 3 that we know, but like you guys can go see everything.
I know. And Omar's been saying that, he misses being able to like go to haunts and take Corey and spend time with his kid, and how
there's a lot of family stuff out there too. It's like, especially now, they're trying to really cater to all ages with Halloween.
And I just think that there's so many new things that I haven't been able to do because I've been so like preoccupied during the season for like providing the entertainment. I want to go be entertained. I want to enjoy
it's like, what did you get to do? Halloween Horror Nights, and then that was it?
And we had to shove every maze in that night.
Because that was like the only time you guys were going to be able to go. And it's like,
it was exhausting. And you want to stay until 3 a.m. because when are you going to be able to go and do anything?
Exactly.
And I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, you want to like, maybe we can get a frequent fear pass, and maybe we can go like 2, 4, 5 times if we want to throughout the season. Yeah, knowing Omar, he loves Universal.
Oh,
He's a diehard just like me. We're Universal fans through and through. He almost pulled a scare. You'll laugh at this one. He almost pulled a scare on me the other day. He's like, "You're gonna be mad about me, man." I'm like, because I told him,
I was in the room.
Yeah, you were there. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna tell the audience this story. I was like, I gotta renew my pass in February. He's like, "You're gonna be mad at me, man." He goes, "I'm not renewing my gold pass." He goes, "I'm getting the platinum." I was like, "I thought you were gonna turn into a little Disney bitch." I was like, "I thought you were gonna buy a little Disney pass."
I tried already. I tried.
No, nothing against Disney. I love Disney. I grew up with Disney.
I just think it's a little expensive.
That's exactly why I'm like not in a pass mood right now. One, I don't like that, but two, I don't like the reservation system. When I had the pass, I just liked getting up. Like if I felt like going right now, I just liked having that opportunity of that freedom of just, hey, I feel like going to Disneyland right now. I'm gonna go and hit up some people, and I'll just meet them down there.
I used to go by myself, literally just to go eat dinner at one of the restaurants, go on like a single rider ride, and go home.
Yeah.
I miss being able to do that, and so now it just doesn't feel worth it.
It's just, it's like I'll just go, I'll visit if I can. I'll just buy a ticket off somebody.
Sign me in.
Sign me in, please. Yes, I want to go again. Because I've been, honestly, out of all rides, I've been really wanting to ride Indiana Jones.
It's so good. I love Indiana I never get sick of it.
I love it so much.
Yeah, Indiana. And it's most of the rides there I can ride. Yeah. Actually, if not all of them. So it's kind of nice for me. I feel like
Kings of the Dark ride.
Honestly,
that's why they can be. That's why they can be open in the rain, because nothing's ever closed. They're all indoors.
Like very few are outside.
Yeah, I think like literally like Autopia.
And the roller coaster, really.
Big Thunder, which is kind of both. Matterhorn, it's kind of both.
Inside, kind of.
Yeah, it's weird, No, I'm a huge theme park fanatic. I love theme parks. I love Disney. I grew up with Disney, but it's just like you said, it's too expensive now.
Yeah.
And you have to get that Best Pass just because the Best Pass is the only one that offers the free parking. And like parking's stupid expensive there now. And
also, like even if you get a pass at Disney, you still, if you want to ride anything at all, you have to buy like the additional.
Yeah. I miss fast passes. Yes, I miss just going with
Yep.
I miss the physical car. I miss all that stuff. That's just what made Disney.
But the really bad photo of yourself that's like all grainy, and you're like, no,
yes, it's me. Take a picture of the picture, all that fun stuff. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, good times right there. So yeah, we're Universal guys though. Yeah. Sorry.
I need to go with you guys sometime.
Yeah, indeed. I always tell him, I'm like, what the fuck's Kitty?
Yeah, I don't have a pass, so I mean,
I'm renewing again in February, so I'll be renewing again. I highly suggest the Platinum one only because it comes with that free Horror Nights general admission ticket.
That's what he was saying. My whole gripe with it is I can't really ride anything there.
Understandable.
Yeah.
And like, my mom and my cousin, when we go to Universal, there's certain things that they can't ride because my mom gets really bad motion sickness and stuff. Yeah, it's the screens and stuff.
Yeah.
We went on fucking Simpsons, and it was me, her, and my sister, and she was literally in the middle, and she was just sliding everywhere and covering her eyes and shit. I'm just like, why did you get on?
Yeah, you're like
she wanted to get on. I would have just got on with her. But
yeah.
Why did you knew this was gonna fuck you up? Why did you get on?
Yep.
Honestly, I could just. And I tell this, like how Omar can just sit and watch Waterworld all day. I could just sit on the studio tour all day.
I've never seen it.
The Waterworld?
Never.
It's a good show, but when you're with Omar, you're going to be watching it all fucking day. So you're going to know the show by the end of the day.
That's fine. Yeah, he's obsessed with it.
He is!
It's kind of cute, honestly.
And I got to tell him something. I'm like, all right, we've watched it like 4 times today. I know this shit by the back of my head. I'm like, we need a break. Let's go on fucking Harry Potter or something.
Yeah.
Let's go to Hogsmeade. I need to go on. Nah, but like I always tell him, like I always make fun of him. Like they're gonna shut it down. They're gonna get rid of it.
He would literally
would riot.
He would just fall over and die.
He would chain himself to the set so they couldn't destroy it.
No, literally, he would just stand there and no, riot with the sign or something. He wouldn't allow it.
He wouldn't allow it. Overall,
yes.
For Dark Harbor. Your season,
yes, your
farewell season. How did you feel you did this year, and how did you feel that your final year went? Did it go everything? I know there was a couple of hiccups and bumps at the end that wasn't ideal.
It wasn't.
But overall, like personally for just you, were you satisfied with how you ended it?
I think it was everything I had left, and I left it there, and I left it in a place where I was the happiest. I loved working at Knott's, but I think Harbor always felt like home immediately. Knott's was always really fun to work, and I always really enjoyed my time there, but I think I had the best time while I was there, and I think I left everything that I had left in me as a character, as a monster, as a scare actor, whatever you want to call it. Um, I left it all there this year, and I think that that was like a good send off for me. I think I did everything that I set out to accomplish in my like haunt career. You know, I finally slid. It was the last thing on my bucket list for like scare acting, and you know, I'm like a little emotional about it, but
As you should be.
you know, I think when it was such a big part of my life for so many years that I was like, if I don't leave it here and I don't let it just stay where it is, I'm gonna push it to a point where I'm gonna start resenting it.
Right.
And I didn't want to do that. And I think the coolest and most unexpected thing that happened at the end of the season was getting Monster of the Year.
That's right. You did get Monster of the Year when we had our
Yeah.
the awards banquet.
Come on, here, just insert award.
There you go. She received the Monster of the Year award, and
I got fucking played too.
there was a lot of emotions. Not with just like everyone, but like obviously you, of course, because you didn't know that was gonna
I had
happen.
no idea.
Um,
Omar played me.
'Cause you were like literally
so
like sitting right
hard.
there. You were like right there in the corner, just kind of like there for like you were helping them out and stuff, and then you were just sitting down enjoying it, and then all of a sudden that
Oh,
happened.
I
and
have a
you're
whole
just
side
like,
story to that
like
because
what?
me and Mike's, I still share a Amazon like subscription, like an Amazon Prime thing, so I knew ahead of time who was getting what.
Yeah.
And I just didn't say anything. I'm sorry, Omar, but I knew. And I was like, I already knew everyone who was getting what, and I was like, good. These are really good options, even though I didn't pick them. I was like, oh, I really love this for everybody. And I told him, I was like, Mike, you're an idiot. You left all this shit in the cart, and I had seen it, and I was like, good. I'm glad everybody's getting what they deserve, you know.
But you weren't on there.
I wasn't on there, and I remember going to Walmart, and he was printing out the like, what are those called? Like the gag awards.
Oh, he was printing out the papers.
And he's like, I need you to go because I don't want you to see them. And I was like, fair, cool, awesome. I'll go like shop for something. And he had printed out all these awards and everything. And he's like, don't get mad at yours. He's like, yours is really, really embarrassing. And he's like, I hope you don't get mad. And he just was playing it up and playing it up. He's like, don't get mad at my award, please. He's like, I just don't want you to get mad. And I was like, why would I get mad?
So
It's a gag award.
You're under
like,
the impression you're going to get a gag award.
yeah, and he's like, don't look at the folder. I really want you to like be surprised. Like everybody's not supposed to know. I don't want you to like find out everybody's gag award. And I was like, cool. And I didn't look.
Yeah.
I didn't look. Even though they were in our room, I didn't look. And
Was there temptation?
no, I think I respected everybody enough to not do that.
I
And
would have had mean temptation. I would have been like, oh!
in my car,
The
one
folder,
point,
and then there's
though-
just like a light shining on it. You're just like, oh!
yeah, and I was like, I could, like, because I had already known about these other awards, so I was like, oh, that's everybody else. I didn't even put together the 2 and 2 of Monster of the Year, and it wasn't on that list. It was all like Slider of the Year and this and that.
That was probably kept to like just a few of them then.
Like I even knew that Lone Star was getting the Lone Star Award. I knew that Omar was getting that, and I was like, I'm not going to say anything, and I kept my mouth shut. And
that was a good surprise for him too, by the way.
yes.
That was a very
He
good.
was
He
very
was not.
emotional.
That looks like a star from out of Mario. I'm like, you motherfucker. Now you're the Mario Party guy. Now
Yeah.
now he's the one that has the star.
But then it's funny, and then I was like, oh my God, I was just waiting, and then they announced my name and said Monster of the Year, and I was so shocked and so like taken. I didn't know what to say for like the speech because I was so stunned.
Yeah.
I had no words. I was just like, what do I do? Like, what do I say?
Yeah. That was such a good night overall, that awards night. That was like the final kind of send off for the haunt season, you know what I mean? And like that was such a good culmination. How do you say
that?
Am I saying that word right?
The culmination.
The culmination of just that haunt season of just
Yeah.
overall, just like everyone getting saluted for all their hard work, everybody getting their flowers for all their hard work,
Yeah.
and just overall, shout out Steven, amazing tacos.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go do that later.
Go
Actually,
some more tacos, yeah. And then just overall though, like just good vibes, good people,
Yes.
a good time, and just people who deserved funny and great awards. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was good. It was a good time. But yeah, that Monster of the Year,
That-
I think that was just such a good surprise, especially
was.
the fact that you didn't know everything
No idea.
for someone who knew everything.
Yeah.
You didn't know that.
I did not know that. Not at all.
For someone who knew everything, she didn't know everything.
I didn't, and I did look at Omar, and I was like, I am mad. What? I am mad. Like, what do you mean? And but I know it was like some of the core team members are the ones that had just decided that, and they said it was really well deserved, and they're like, you left everything out there. You know, maybe I'm not the best lighter, but I think it was between the sighting, between just the energy, the effort, how much I cared about making sure that everybody was okay. And this is what was coming from them. And I was like, look, I just wanted everyone to have a good time. Like, that's all I ever want to do. I just want to make sure that what I'm leaving to the younger kids is something that maybe I didn't always experience, which was inclusivity and somebody giving a shit. And being that shoulder, and giving my knowledge and not gatekeeping the haunt industry and not gatekeeping the stuff that I know and allowing people to take that over. And
it goes to show, because the last thing I wanted to talk to you about on this podcast was Sliders Unite.
Yes.
That was a big deal for a lot of people that I've talked to, that have sat in here and said a lot of things, and I keep bringing it up to all the people because whether I'm talking to the people out there, whether you're annoyed with the question or not, the reason why I asked it is because everyone has a different point of view, everyone has a different experience of how that day went down for them.
Oh yeah.
A lot of it, everyone's story ends the same, with relieved, happy, and thankful that they were a part of that. Sure. Obviously. For you, what was your perspective going into that day? What was it coming out of that day? And how did you feel overall about those two shows?
So without being too, I want to say this is the best way I can. I had a lot of emotion going into it. There was some stuff that had happened the days prior that had sent me into a very emotional spiral, not within the haunt. I was absolutely heartbroken going into that day. I don't know what I can say about it, but I will say that Omar was not able to be a part of it for reasons that don't really matter. And that broke my heart because I saw how much he wanted to be a part of it, and because he is my partner and because we are together, it hurt me to see him hurt.
Well, not to mention too, he was a huge part, and everybody said it, he was a huge part of not only keeping that team together throughout the season, but also putting that show together.
Yeah.
So I understand. Yeah, I completely understand.
It was really, exactly. It was just, I'm sorry not to cut you off.
No, you're good.
My day started in tears.
Yeah.
My day started in tears to start that off with, but I'm so grateful.
I'm going to go out and say this. It started in one set of tears, and it ended in a different set of tears.
It did.
And two completely different emotions.
For two different reasons.
Two different emotions. It started sad and ended happy.
It did. And I'm very, what I was saying is like, I'm just so grateful for the camaraderie and friendships that I had made that season, because if it wasn't for the group of my core team members, I know I wouldn't have made it through that night. I know I wouldn't have had, if I would specifically like my girls, if I wouldn't have had them, even more specifically, if I would not have had Carolyn Worm with me, Big Worm, I think I would have melted into a million little
who was just as over it as everyone else was.
But not to draw it out too long and keep yapping about it, the first show obviously had its kinks. The second one, I had gotten into such an emotional state at that point in the night that I decided to absolutely fucking send it. I fucking was like, you know what? The worst that's gonna happen is I'm gonna eat shit and I'm gonna fall on my face and I'm gonna pull a Ruby. Just bust my eye.
Prior to that, we were calling it the Justin.
Same.
So,
But with so much encouragement from not only my team members, but the Knots team members, the Slider Syndicate boys, everybody, everyone, every single person that was there was so just excited for me to just try this thing. And I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but you have to understand I'm like 8,000 years old. And I jumped 3 that night.
That was your PR?
Yeah, that was my PR.
That's
I jumped
awesome.
3 bodies.
More bodies. I love that.
And
I'm thinking about making that
and I cried for happy tears.
You should.
Yeah, that was the peak of my
because I can't even fucking jump 1 body, so let alone 3.
You need more bodies.
More bodies, man.
That's ingrained in my head. That and the thick and pulsing.
Oh my god.
I couldn't. The audio that they had at Harbor this year let me. So awkward.
I think we memorized the whole soundtrack at Harbor this year. Like I knew when specific songs were coming out. I knew what time it was.
Into the ship's bones all freaking night, man.
You got a tic tac. Oh, your tic tacs.
Oh yeah, your tic tacs and
Oh man.
your books of faces.
He just had so many memorable quotes. It's like he wrote his own script and memorized that shit. He was great.
Yeah, no, he was amazing. And then, actually, later that night, actually, it was my last night, my very last night. Later that night, our captain, so our master of ceremonies, our MC guy, he ended up, we have this little dance party at the end of the night, and he ended up, I got up on stage at the last, 30 minutes of my very last night, and he announced that it was my last night, and he had the whole crowd cheer for me, and I was just sobs,
They actually, I actually filmed a lot of that show. I think I filmed all that whole show just specifically for that, but
oh, that's right, yeah. No,
we filmed that, so we have footage of that. But he did a good job of giving you your flowers for that farewell show. Talk a little bit about that, because that must have been special to you.
It was a very sweet send off. We did the first show as per usual. Everything went without a hitch, no issues, no problems. The second show, at the very, very end, instead of our slider pede, where all the people stand in this V, I don't know where I'm supposed to look, but this V. Instead of that, everybody knelt down, and I got to kind of slide through. And
I did see that.
At the very end of the slide, believe it or not, Amy was there. Amy was there.
What a good send-off.
She looked at me and she said, I'm really, really proud of you. And I was like, I'm going to start crying right now.
Yeah.
It was a really, really golden moment for me. And that's why I also knew that that was it.
Amy's good people, man. I love Amy.
Yeah, which is one of our,
she's the
CEOs,
head honcho.
yeah, CEOs of Harbor.
I like to think she's one of the, she is one of the people, one of the masterminds who was able to help bring back Dark Harbor.
Yeah.
If not for her and her team over there.
She's a lovely person. Amy's a gift, honestly.
They do a great job over there. Those guys.
So.
The whole team. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
incredible. That's awesome. That's a cool farewell gift.
I felt very loved, and I felt very seen, and I again that's kind of how I knew that was it. That was good.
It.
I don't think it could have gotten any more wholesome and fulfilled than that, and I just can't wait to see what these newer generations and these kids do.
Talk about that new generation. What's something that you want to tell the next years prior, the teams coming forward after you? What's some words of wisdom you can leave them going into even if it's their first time or if they're coming back? What's some words of wisdom that you've lived by that's helped you get through it all?
Don't let the guests get to you. Take it, compartmentalize it. Don't take it home with you. Mm-hmm. You're better than that. Walk away. You're cool. They're here to entertain. It's a job. Take it seriously, but don't take yourself seriously.
Yeah. Have fun.
Have fun with it. It's a fun job. Don't forget what you're doing is fun.
You get paid to scare people with your friends.
And
it's awesome.
Don't be scared to try things and do different stuff, and don't limit yourself. I think it's people get so stuck in little ruts and stuff. It's like, try something. If something's not working, try something else, and just be true to your character, be true to yourself. I mean, when you use yourself in your character work and you don't try to be somebody else and try to emulate another character, just be you as your character, and it'll come off way more genuine.
Couldn't have said it better myself, and you are a perfect example of that. What you see from her is what you got from her, and that's usually 110% every single night. Even on the nights when she wasn't feeling it, there was still that 110% given out every single night. Seeing you out there every single night, different face paints. Shout out makeup artists. Who was your makeup artist this year?
Been my makeup artist forever. Sarah, you're my girl forever. And then I went to Romy a lot, and Steven.
Give a shout out to my girl Jerry too.
Oh, Jerry, honestly.
Jerry's old school.
Oh, yeah.
She always came up to me at the event and would say hi. And give me a big hug. Yeah. So big shout out to Jerry.
Yeah, Steven's my guy, dude.
But shout out to all those makeup artists. I mean, they did incredible this year. I saw some incredible looks this year, and
hopefully,
bravo.
Maybe you might see me doing some of that next year.
Makeup, huh? That's where you know what that
can't get rid of me that bad. We'll see. We'll see.
But at least you'll be stepping back, so you'll just be very stressed in the beginning, and then you'll have more of the night to kind of chill out.
Yeah,
and then you just do touch-ups throughout the night. So
we'll see.
Yeah, I can't wait. That's an exciting next chapter. If that's the truth, then we'll see.
Because then
I
can balance my work fun life a little bit easier. But
come in and just
definitely.
Best experience I've ever had, best sleep I've ever had was sitting in a makeup chair. It's so comfy.
When you're running off of 2 Red Bulls and I don't know, an hour of sleep, dude. That's the time to take your nap.
It's so comfy.
That's your nap.
Just to feel the spray, and then like the little individual, oh god, it was just I can't explain it. You have to go through it. It's like an ASMR. It really is.
For your face.
For your face.
For your face.
So, I'm telling you, there's probably a market for that.
Yeah.
An ASMR channel just dedicated to fucking face painting. Get it going.
Hell yeah.
We'll get it going. We're gonna make a million subscribers.
ASMR face paint.
ASMR face paint. ASMR haunt.
I can make that happen.
ASMR haunt paint. Well, Kitty, it has been an incredible time to hear your journey as to where you've gone through your haunt career, where you ended up, and where you retired. But like we said, no one ever truly retires in the haunt world.
I have some stuff coming up that I'm not able to talk about right now, but eventually it'll come out.
It will come out.
It will. He knows.
Stay tuned.
You'll just have to keep an eye out, and I'm very excited for this next piece.
Stay tuned. Well, I mean, this probably won't come out till February, so is it going to be around that time?
I'm
not even going to chance it just in case it's not.
Let's
Let's not chance it just in case it's not.
You'll find out eventually.
If it already did happen, then it happened. If it didn't happen, then it's going to happen. Yes. And if it hasn't been announced yet, well, then here's your teaser.
Yeah, this is the teaser, my teaser of my life and my new fun stuff coming up. But you guys will find out eventually.
Eventually. Follow kaboom.tattoo.
Yes.
Do you have a haunt account too, or is that it?
No, I never.
So it's just
did
the
that.
one.
Just that. I'm just all one thing.
All one. So you'll find all her. Actually, you'll honestly find all her haunt stuff there. You'll find her tattoo stuff mainly. That's what you'll find a lot of. Mm-hmm. And then you'll just find her fitness journey, just her life as a whole.
Yeah.
And everything. So go give her a follow if you're looking to get the next piece, the next tattoo. If she can't do the piece, I'm pretty sure someone at that shop can do that piece.
Girls can, for
they
sure.
could do the piece. Because she was telling me about a piece that I wanted to get, and she's like, I can't do that, but my girl can do that. And I was like, say less.
Hell yeah.
That's all I had to know. So, yeah, go follow her on Instagram, all that good stuff. If you guys are not following us on Instagram yet, follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok at The Nights of Horror. On Twitter, formerly known X, Twitter, whatever it's called now. Nights of Horror. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Subscribe. We got new videos every single week, new podcasts every single week with some of your favorite monsters and scare actors that have worked the iconic events of Southern California. We've been focusing hard on Dark Harbor because we went there a lot and we had a lot of fun. It was good. Fun time. Good team. Better subscribe. Bell notifications. Leave some comments down below. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, stay spooky. All right, and that is...